Hi, Assalamualaikum. Today, I will be explaining about the timeline case between Lim Guang Eng and Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin under Defamation Act. 2 years ago, on Monday, March 27, 2023, Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin was sued by Lim Guang Eng over defamatory statements made in two posts. The issue stemmed from Muhyiddin's allegation on March 9, 11, and 12, 2023, claiming that Lim, during his tenure as Finance Minister under Pakatan Harapan, PH, had directed the Inland Revenue Board, LHDN, to impose taxes and penalties on Yayasan Al-Bukhari despite the foundation having been granted tax exemption. These allegations were proven to be false and damaging to Lim's reputation. Before initiating legal action, Lim demanded a public apology from Muhyiddin with 7 days. However, Muhyiddin did not comply. According to Lim, the apology was required to be published on Muhyiddin's Facebook and Twitter accounts, as well as in Malaysian newspaper and online news portals. November 8, 2024, High Court Judge Rosmawa Rozin ruled that Muhyiddin had defamed Lim over the allegation regarding the revocation of Yayasan Al-Bukhari's tax-exempt status. Lim successfully proved his innocence and Muhyiddin was ordered to pay 1.42 million in defamation damage. 21 days after Muhyiddin was declared guilty, Friday, November 29, 2024, Lim filed an appeal at the Court of Appeal requesting that the 1.35 million judgment include a 5% interest rate from March 27, 2023 until full payment. However, the Court of Appeal rejected Lim's request. On 16/20/24, Muhyiddin requested a deferment for the 1.4 billion judgment payment with his legal team, Chetan Jetwani, arguing that the judgment amount was too large and that he needed time to raise funds. However, Lim opposed deferment request, stating that Muhyiddin is financially capable and possesses substantial assets, which should allow him to settle the payment promptly. After 15 days from the day of court appeal, December 31, 2024, High Court Judge Rosmawa Rozin granted a partial deferment with conditions. On Wednesday, January 24, 2025, Muhyiddin completed the full payment of 1.5 million ringgit defamation compensation. This included
Tan Sri Muhyiddin has already paid 1 million ringgit into my firm's client account yesterday. 400,000 was paid in December. The total judgment amount has been deposited with GUAN Eng's legal counsel yesterday.
This amount covered the total judgment sum, including legal costs. The remaining 2,000 was also paid before January 24, 2025, thereby officially settling the defamation case between Lim Guang Eng and Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin. However, this case is still ongoing and Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin appealed in Court of Appeal.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Today, I will be explaining about the timeline case between Lim Guang Eng and Tan Sri Abdurrahim Tanbicik under Sedition Act. In 1994, Lim Guang Eng publicly criticized Abdurrahim Tanbicik over a statutory rape case involving a 15-year-old girl. The case involved Rahim's alleged involvement in the abuse of his power to protect a political associate accused of the crime. Lim Guang Eng, in his capacity as an opposition leader, raised the issue and called for transparency and accountability from the government. Lim accusations made during a press conference directly involved Rahim and questioned his integrity as a government official. Lim also criticized the lack of legal action, suggesting that Rahim was using his political influence to avoid facing consequences for the allegations. In response to Lim's statement, Abdurrahim Tanbicik filed a defamation suit against Lim, claiming that his accusations were false and damaging to his reputation. Additionally, the Malaysian government, under the leadership of the Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad, used the Sedition Act to charge Lim Guang Eng for his remark, arguing that his public statements could incite unrest and racial tensions. The government's response to Lim's vocal criticism was seen as an attempt to stifle opposition and dissent, using the Sedition Act to curtail free speech. In 1995, Lim Guang Eng was charged under the Sedition Act for making seditious statements that allegedly intended to promote hostility between different races and undermine public trust in the government. The trial concluded with Lim's conviction and he was sentenced to a prison term. Lim's case garnered significant attention, with many viewing it as really motivated. His supporters argued that he was being punished for exposing corruption and wrongdoing within the government, while critics of the Sedition Act argued that it was being misused to suppress political dissent. In 1996, Lim Guang Eng sentenced an appeal. Lim was sentenced to a jail term, but his legal team appealed the conviction. His case drew both domestic and international criticism, with many human rights groups condemning the use of the Sedition Act to silence opposition leaders. Ultimately, Lim was granted a partial pardon and released after serving a brief period in prison, but his conviction under the Sedition Act remains a significant part of his political narrative.